just went completely blank. That's good. So I didn't have a lot of role models while I was growing up. My parents were kind of shitty and, all that good stuff.
Dude, we're in Seattle, come on. This is where it comes out, and fuck yeah, I feel you, girl.
So I basically have you as a role model. God. So I want to be basically just like you when I grow up. I'm 22, so when I grow up. So I wanted to know who your role models were, and also if you would be my new mom.
I want to tell you something very important. I don't want you to be just like me. I want you to do better. I want you to start being brave now. I want you to find your voice now. I want you to trust yourself now. And I want you to realize that there is nothing your parents didn't give you that you can't find and give to yourself. And I am fucking proud of you.
Kim Rhodes, everybody.
Okay. Listen, last night in the car, I said something, I don't even remember what it was. And Lisa was like, oh, I just teared up a little bit. I was warned about you!
Totally. I was warned about you and your Oprah corner moments. I got you. I'm onto your racket. I got you. You're just trying to make me all healed and stuff.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your guys' biggest fear?
Our biggest fear. Cool. There's just so many. I mean, I think that my biggest fear would be probably something that a lot of people would share, would be that as I get older and I reach the later part of my life, I feel like I did not show my loved ones enough love. I think would be my biggest fear, more specifically my daughter. Kind of all my really visceral, really terror-involved fears involve my daughter. Which is probably ego-based, because I think that she's part of me, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a fucking weird question, because my fear is not a cerebral experience. Which is my fucking challenge, right? Like, I'll be in the middle of, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, and my brain is like, you're perfectly safe right now. And I'm like, this isn't about you! This is about being scared right now! So if you ask my deep, deep, deep core, and it'll change second to second, but right now I guess if I have to answer the question, my biggest fear is that there is no such thing as unconditional love, and I have never actually met the conditions to truly be loved. I heard somebody go, ooh, you fucking know what I'm talking about, right? That's because, like, that's I think would be my greatest fear is, by the way, no one loves you. That's my greatest fear. Well, luckily, you'll never have to experience that, Kim.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. And love isn't love. Like I can love myself. I'm learning how to do that. But it's not a cerebral thing. Fear is that voice that has gotten its teeth in my experience for some reason, and is like, hey, fucker, for some reason, I have some power today. I don't know why, so that's, yeah.
Because we let them crawl in and we let our fears believe that they're protecting us, when more often they're not.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm scared, I'm never gonna work again.
Right.
Like, that's a big fear of mine. What are I will probably live for another 30 years. Jack willing. I fucking will probably have another job at some point.
Yes.
But the brain is like,
right. Because it thinks it's protecting you by going, prepare yourself.
oh yeah.
And you're like, don't prepare yourself. That's a falsehood. Don't prepare yourself.
It doesn't do, speaking
Doesn't
as
work.
someone whose worst fear is
have come true, and I feared the fuck out of them before they happened, that fear did me no good when the shit finally happened. That's like sitting there and thinking, if I'm just scared enough of the train hitting me, when it ultimately hits me, it'll be fine. Won't hurt. No, it doesn't work that way.
Still hurts.
Yeah.
And my experience is that it never hurts as bad as you think it's going to.
That was not my experience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my question for any of you is, what has been the biggest obstacle or struggle for you in your life, whether it be with your acting career or just your life in general, and what did you learn from that, and like how did you come out on top?
What a hard fucking question today. My obstacle for sure in my life was learning to love and accept the way I look. I struggled. Thank you. I was always, my entire life, overweight. Ever since I was a tiny little girl. I used to go to birthday parties and be it, you know, as an 8-year-old girl and have little girls be making fun of the way I looked in a bathing suit. And so when I was young, I didn't understand that, because when you're young, you're kind of a sponge, and so you don't understand about what it feels like to be insecure in your body. And then in high school, I would walk down the hallways and people just shouting things as I'm just walking from class to class. And so I kind of endured that my entire life and just had decided my body was my enemy. And then, as I got older, I started to develop tools and skills that had nothing to do with the way I looked, and things that I could be proud of that didn't involve me having to look a certain way, and one of those things was acting. And I loved acting because I could be in my body while also being somebody else. And when I started to develop confidence over other skills, then I started to care less what other people thought about the thing that I felt sad about. And then I started to love myself a little bit more, and I started to love my body and accept my body. And then I realized that this is it. This is it. This body is not going anywhere. I have it forever, and it is the most important relationship I will have with anybody in my entire life. And once I had that realization, the world opened up to me. As soon as I stopped hating myself, people started seeing me differently, I feel. And I started accepting my body as it is, and I started being nice to it and started talking nicely to it. And it is a growing relationship that I have, and I every day send love to that little 8-year-old girl at the birthday party, because she's me, and she had a journey, and we all have to go through a journey to accept ourselves, and some people are still working on it. And I send love out to all of those people who are still working on it, and I want you to know that if you keep working on it, you will find love within your body, and that you will love yourself for the rest of your life.
Oh, I hate this! This touched your foot because you've got the cutest feet.
Thank you. People have said that to me before. I'm surprised.
I love the fact that, like, Ruth is cussing and Brianna is crying. I'm so contagious.
I'm still working on it, and my biggest obstacle has always been myself. I think that's just, life's an inside job, and appearances can be deceptive. You can have it. I've had a similar struggle. I'm still working on it. So thank you for seeing it.
This is a really amazingly difficult question, because I think we were all, like, I was sitting here trying to think if I could talk without crying, and I think we're all in that position. But if
the answer, honestly, it's weird. It's almost the same answer universally. I know for me, it's self-hatred, and I am still fighting that always. and it's any imperfection or any reason why I think I'm in the way. And you guys teach me that all the time. Who the fuck's not trying yet?
That's because this is my home zone.
I'll tell you a funny story on that note. So I've always been so afraid of just existing and being in the way that I remember one of my first play dates when I think I was 5 was with a boy who was like my little husband. And I was at his house and I needed to pee. And I was so afraid of saying that I needed to pee that I ended up peeing on myself. I was sitting in this huge puddle. And he and his parents were laughing and then had to come clean me up and stuff. But it's just, I mean, the amount of fear of just being able to say, I need to go to the bathroom. Like, I have a body and bodily functions and I'm not perfect. And I feel like that's always that same dynamic has been there my whole life, and I'm guessing a lot of us have that. And I'm hoping that we can be there to encourage each other that, hey, you're absolutely perfect and amazing exactly as you are, with all of our bodily flaws and eccentricities and all of those things.
Hello. Hi guys. So I need a moment after that because that touched me. But
She does that all the time.
So I brought my sister here. This is her first con of any kind ever, and that's her. Say hi. So I see her, and she has like such a special connection to you guys specifically, and I see every day how much just pure joy and love and like just inspiration you bring into her life on the daily, and it makes me so happy to see that she has that. And I just wanted to know, for you guys, who are some people in your family, in your life, in the world that inspire you and bring you that kind of like, just kind of special joy into your heart?
I mean, this moment is pretty up there, I have to say. Like, man, what a beautiful, thank you so much, that's such a beautiful sentiment. How beautiful is it that you can see your sister's joy and how that brings you as much, if not more joy? That's gorgeous, right? And that I get to sit here and that you're thanking me for that, and I'm just like, just so in love with watching this, and I was just like, this is beautiful. Humanine is fucking great, guys. Y'all? I don't think I have a person that is an inspiration. I am deeply inspired by these simple, small, daily moments that I have something that I call my love drawer, that when I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling like, nothing good on TV, I just like feel down about life or about myself or about my relationships. I have these little things that I mentally write a note and fold it up and put in my love drawer. And this moment I will put in my love drawer of just going, wow, I get to be here with all these people who are so full of love and gratitude, and I'm gonna be inspired by that and move through the world for as long as I can.
That is so beautiful.
But I will start complaining about TV very soon, so. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
and thank you to your sister.